Hey, what's up, Scott Val Kilmer with Imagination Creation Films, and today, well, we are back live. Finally, we're back live. I know it's been a long time coming, and you deserve it. It's been a whirlwind of excitement and various things. I'm just waiting for my iPad to just start blaring so that I can turn it down. So, hi, how you been? Everything good? Everything good with you all, folks? Are you feeling fantastic today? I'm feeling pretty good. It's Tuesday. It's a different day for me. I'll let you in a little secret. I wanted to try the waters on Tuesday just to see what happens. So I have conflicts for like the next 2 months on Fridays. So trying to do a live stream on a Friday would be that'd be quite difficult for me. So I'm trying, what are the days of the week? Thursdays would be okay too. I wouldn't be opposed to that, but you got to test the waters. And quite frankly, I mean, we're going to be running a little contest here. The prize is absolutely nothing, but we'll see what takes Scott Balkum offline first. You have several choices to choose from. Number one, is it his internet? It's a pretty good bet. His internet's going to take him down. Number two, his dog. Right down there. Is it flashing for you guys? I hope it's not flashing. I don't want it to be flashing. It's flashing here. I just don't. Yeah. The dog. Is Rex going to walk through here and, as clumsy of a giant horse as he is, rip out all my HDMI cables in the process? No, I did not. I didn't gaffer tape them down. Yeah, it's bad on me. But third option, there's a third option out there, a phone call. Is there going to be a phone call that just happens to, hello? And, I got to take them, because it's work. Hey, Curtis Boggs, how are you there, man? Let's see. Oh, I got to get back into this. I can show the comments down there. There's Curtis. How are you? And Jan, I'm pretty sure it's Jan, right? Or John? It's Jan, I'm guessing. His Wi-Fi. Oh, yeah, it's glitchy, huh? That's interesting. Because I'm back on the quit. There's the audio. I'm gonna play this and turn it way down because that's just gonna get weird. I just want to see it because my internet. You know how that is. John, got it. Man, I got to remember how to do all this. It's been so long. John, I mean, you just don't know with the spelling like John. It could be either way, but good to see you out there. Looks like Facebook and YouTube both coming up online. That's kind of nice. We've got several people out there watching. Cool. So what is everybody working on? My studio is in a mess right now. I've got product shots going on over here with some. It's flashed again. It flashed again. Finish, yes. Not as a verb, but as a location. I get it. Yeah. We got product shots going on over here. I could swing. I could swing the camera over there. I haven't done the multicam yet over here because of this. Hello, Ollie. In the words of Rose from the Titanic, it's been 84 years. It's true. It's been a long time ago. Let me do a proper intro. Oh, hello. Welcome back. How's that? Is that pretty good? We have Christian. I'm just going to say that. Hello, Christiane. Victoria. So good to see you this weekend. We got Ollie. Good to see you, bud. It's good to see you. And thanks for being a part of the live stream. And we're going to ramp these things up. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have lots of stuff going on. It's a good question, Sebastian. He says, sick lighting. Well, what are you keying with, Scott? Interesting point. Man, well, this is a test today. We will definitely do multicams here in the near future because I do have multiple cameras. I just got to figure out how to bring them into this thing. But to answer your quick question, because my main key is right there, and it's, notice the darker side, it's because my main key is sitting behind a 4x4 floppy. I'm kind of doing a fill light with a Nova panel. My main key is actually right here right now, which is the Aputure 60D. And it just has a, I guess it's be an 18x24 softbox on it with a grid. And that's my key. It's a little off right now because normally I'm keying through the Aputure 300D, going through a 6x6 silk right there. And then I also have some screens that kind of kill off the harshness on the table, which today the harshness is, still over here, but I don't have a light. But yeah, that's what I'm keying with. The lighting in the background, well, all of this in the back is, it's all these. This is the Aputure B7Cs that everybody's seen and loved, and oh my gosh, am I in love with them. But that is the charging case. And oh my gosh, is this thing a lifesaver. So all these lights in the back are all controlled with Sidus Link, and I have different I have different scenes that I can set up. All of that. Love the Sidus Link stuff. So hopefully that answers that quick question there. Daniel Stilling, hey, what's going on, buddy? And John says, good evening. And Christiane says, yes, from France. I'm probably not saying it properly. From France. You'd have to type out how I should say it, because I like to get people's names right, because all my life people have gotten my name wrong. Victoria says, good to see you this weekend. Back to work I must go. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Awesome. Love it. Well done. Thank you, Sebastian. 7 Wall Films. This is his Zoom call setup, guys. It's not, but there is a video coming on that. Literally because of that Zoom call. Oh, well, yeah, this. Well, I don't know if you saw the last Zoom call, the 1 year anniversary Zoom call set up with the full motion. I've got a video coming out on that one here shortly. I'm shooting 3 of them at the same time. At least I'm getting some videos out, I mean, yeah. And Tommy says, you can never have enough lights. You're true. You're exactly correct there. Wow, I love all the people on here. So amazing. Great to see everyone here. John says, nice. Someone also says, I want them so bad. Oh, man. I'm going to be doing a full review. I've had the Aputure B7Cs with the charging kit for a while now. Sadly, with a lot of conflicts going on in life, which are good things. I mean, because paid work is, it's nice. That, and then I had to take the wife on a filming adventure. She needed one bad. So it kind of got pushed and pushed. So that's coming really soon. And Daniel says, greetings. Hello. Yep, Daniel. Karim, France too. There we go. Kareem, probably. French country. Ooh, nice. Yes, I was dying when I saw it. Okay, yeah, so 7 Wall Films. I mean, I could probably swing the camera. I probably could. Let me just swing the camera over here. Let me move this. My dog's going to freak out, but yeah, I mean, this is, let me make sure my framing, because, perfection and all, far from it. So there's the product shots right now, and there's a large, long, I mean, it's really, let me just add in a little little sunshade from my hand there, but you see a Cucaloris there. We've got a 4x4, that's half grid. Then we've got a Nova behind it. You're all getting a sneak peek at the next video coming out. Then we have the long 9-foot underslung product photography, product video, all kinds of good stuff. Yeah, that's coming, and that also was the Zoom call setup as well. That whole contraption there, which I lovingly refer to as Frankenrig. I can see it over here. Cool. It's on wheels. So I'm currently right now trying to save up my money to get a third Matthew Super Combo, so that with wheels, so that I can make this whole thing completely mobile. Right now it's dual mobile, but my intentions are even cooler with it, so I can move it around all through my studio here and use it as my A cam for so much stuff. Oops, wow, soft touch on the fingers there. Mason says, "Hey Scott." Hey Mason, how are you? Kareem says, "Yep, Kareem, got it." Grumbo says, "Nice shooting locale. Thank you very much." Yes, Kareem, that is the Kessler Cine Shooter. It's been the star. It's been the star for me for probably 5. Well, not the Cine Shooter itself, but Kessler products have been the star around here for probably 5.5, maybe 6 years now. I guess so. Because I started with the pocket dolly. No, my very first purchase was actually the original Kessler crane. That was my first one. Then I got the pocket dolly, and then I got motion for the pocket dolly, and then it just went from there. But all of my motion control stuff is all done with the Kessler system, and the Cine Shooter is their latest, and it's fantastic. It's super fast. I mean, way faster than the other stuff, the second shooter. It's really quiet, really versatile, really portable, and really expandable. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Seven Wall says, "I like the cookie." Yep, that cookie is actually probably 6 years old. It is literally some old Savage paper, and I just kind of cut some cookie out of it. And I've kept it on a 4x4 ever since then, because I'm like, you know what? That cookie actually has a good texture to it. I really dig it. Pardon my cough. A cigar smoker. You know what I can do? Hit the mute button. There we go. Nope, I can drink some liquid. Green says, "Anthony Braga, check this." There you go. Hey, it's Chris. How are you, buddy? You've been shooting a lot lately. Good for you, man. Ali says, "Boy, I'm excited for the wireless Kessler stuff." Oh yeah. Oh, that stuff is, it's going to be so good. So good. And Chris says, "What's on the horizon for you project-wise, if I can share?" Wow. So currently doing 2 commercials right now. I do commercials for a Renaissance fair that is out close to my house, Sherwood Forest Fair. I've been doing commercials for them for years, so I'm currently working on 2 commercials for them. And then I have a long travel trip planned. That will be probably in 2 weeks. I'm leaving for 3 weeks, and I'll be going. I think I'm going to try to sneak up to Indiana and drop by Kessler, and then go west, because I've never been through the plains, and then head out to the Pacific Northwest. I need to capture some nature in the Pacific Northwest that has the specific type of nature that I need for some long-term video footage for a client that is, well, longer term. So that's what is currently on the horizon for work. So what's everybody working on? Ali, what you working on? Chris, what are you working on? Kareem, what are you working on? Seven Wall, what are you working on? Mason, what are you working on? Curtis, you need to come to Virginia. I do, but you guys are always hot. hot and muggy, and I sleep in a van, and hot and muggy in a van, that does not go well for maintaining cleanliness and low odor, so to speak. But yeah, I do need to come visit. Chris says, if you're in Indiana, that's right next door. Let me know if you're interested. We can grab lunch. Yeah, that might be a thing. Hey, Joe, how's it going? Great look. Well, thank you. This is my look. I can, well, let me just pull up. Well, here it is. So I can turn off the side table, which is right behind me. I can turn off the chair lamp right there. I can turn off the desk lamp right there. And let's see, there's plants. There's one back there. And then I have another one way back here. Ding. And then we also have the sun, which, I mean, I can't really do anything with the sun. That is the way it is. You know what? Let me just turn it off. That was a really badly planned execution. Let me just turn it off. There we go. Turned off the sun. So now we just have, gentle moonlight coming through there. You can do that. There's my Nova over here, which is, I mean, it's not really doing much. I mean, this is all right here. This is the 60D. That is 100% the 60D. And then back behind me, I have a 60X, just providing a nice little hair light and also bathing the top of the lens with a beautiful diffractive glow, also known as reflection. But yeah, that's in a nutshell. Let's see here. Curtis says, I'll let you sleep at my house. Well, all right. If you got air conditioning, I'll come visit. Let's see. Seven Wall Film says, music, learning how to produce beats and getting good a heck of a lot faster than I anticipated. Well, that's cool. I splurged myself recently. I don't know if you can see it, but I've purchased a nice digital piano that I can't play with my right hand on the left side all the way to the back sideways. But yeah, I'm really excited to kind of, let's see, can I play something? Let's see if I could. I can't remember the song. Let me. There it is. There you go. Well, you get it. I have not played in some time with a nice weighted action piano, but I mean, I'll get better, right? I mean, it's kind of like riding a bicycle. Once you fall off, you typically get hurt. Okay. Let's see here. Ollie says music videos galore, tiring but enjoyable. That's good though. That is a way to keep busy. Joe says Aputure. Aputure 60D, Nova 60X, B7Cs everywhere, except for these. These are IKEA, and they're on the home link. There. Oh, and the I guess the desk is also not. That is a light matte with a blue gel under the backlit typewriter keyboard, and then I have my Nixie tube clock. And Joe says, dope. Yep. Thank you. Let's see here. I just finished another Beecroft fashion commercial and now working on my wire is like sticking to me. It's weird. We're going to 2 other commercials that I can't discuss. Awesome. I'm still waiting for my taco commercials to drop. That I did all the motion control on. I did some behind the scenes. I mean, there's technically, I snuck in a shot on my Cine Shooter review video about it. But there's some cool taco commercials coming. Wesley says, hey, Scott, hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. Wesley, how are you doing? Way up there in the north. How's the film career going? Are you advancing through the ranks rapidly? Seven Wall Film says, someone is multi-talented. Who? Oh, my dog. Yeah, he can scratch behind his ear with his foot. I cannot do that. I have tried. Let's see here. Chris said, just finished producing a short film in Columbus, currently working on prepping for a DP role in Indiana, funny enough. After that is a private security commercial. We're also script doctoring for a couple of features. Very cool. I like that. I want to create some short films. And it's there's a ton of ideas that I have. I can't find actors that are anywhere close to me, although they are selling now the 500 acres that are across the way from me. They're splitting it up into 50 10-acre tracts. So maybe I'll have some new neighbors that are all going to be actors. That'd be kind of cool. So if you're an actor and you're looking for 10 acres in the middle of nowhere with bad internet, yeah, come see me. We'll get you hooked up over there, and we'll put you in some short films. I did a video on it. Imposter syndrome. So I suffer from that like really badly, like so much so that like I have all these ideas for short films and I feel like they're really cool ideas. I feel like I will completely fail at them. I feel like if I do them, people will discover what a fraud I am and how horrible I am at filming. And the truth is that each one of them is a stepping stone to getting better. But you feel like you're afraid to step in it. God, imposter syndrome is insane. It's real too. Kareem says DMC4 coming soon. Well, I mean, yeah, it's coming soon. Define soon. Other than that, yeah, it's coming. Jeff says, dang, I'm going to miss this one driving back home in the RV, but hope you go live again soon. Oh, I will. I've been up for 22 minutes and 2 seconds. And I haven't gone down yet. Wow. Let's just knock on some wood fast. The dog didn't take it out. The internet didn't take it out. I didn't get a phone call. Or this is a phone call. So, maybe the stars are aligning. I noticed that the internet has been going down on Friday afternoons. And every time I thought about going live, the internet went down that day. And I was like, oh, well, you're just messing with me now. That's why I'm on a Tuesday right now. Let's see. Wesley says, I'm actually doing some consultant networking work lately. COVID really messed up my momentum and some opportunity came up. Well, yeah, I understand that. You have to pay the bills. I get it. And Daniel says, pandemic has been a suck for work, but things are slowly coming back. Shooting a small commercial this weekend and prepping for 2 features. Well, that's cool. How did your, you had a big one down in Florida? How did that go? How was that one? It was a feature, wasn't it? Or maybe there wasn't one. Maybe I let's see here. Man, it's cool to see so many bright and shining faces. I only get to see your icon, your emoji. I can't actually see your face. I'm just assuming that you're smiling back at me. I mean, why not? I mean, this is what we do in the world today. We smile at each other, even though I can't see you. Or can I? Let me turn on hacking mode. Oh, well, I guess today was pants optional day. All right, let's see. Daniel, this touchscreen is so. Did he move my? Don't you? Ooh. So Rex is he's in his lazy mode. So when Rex gets lazy, he sprawls out. When he sprawls out, he undoubtedly, and he's always right next to the tripod leg. I don't know why. He will stretch. So if you see the camera just kind of just pan off, that's my dog. Daniel says, just shot because of Charlie. Oh, nice. Interesting. That sounds like that was a full feature, right? That would did I? Oh, there it goes. Oh, it was glitchy. Oh, okay. I don't know if that was went out or not. Okay. Daniel said it was a feature in Florida, just had the world premiere in Florida Filmers. That's I swear I saw something on it that you had just finished it. I was unable to recall 100%, so that's why I asked it in the form of a question. Yeah. Let's see, what are we talking about? What stuff? So, I mean, a question for you, lovely folks that are watching. If you could only have, and believe me, you're not just going to get one. If you could only have one type of video from this channel, what would it be? What would be the one type of video that you would like to have on this channel? And I'll just weight them, you know, and kind of help me, because I put everything out here on this channel. I mean, I literally go through like panic attacks when I upload a vlog where I'm out filming in the middle of nowhere, or the other day when I filmed just making I was just making dinner over a campfire, like as an ASMR video. Just I wanted to try that plan of storytelling, and I literally was sweating for hours before it went live, because I thought, oh my God, if I put this on my filmmaking channel, people are going to say, what the hell are you doing? You don't know what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. If I put it on another channel, no one's going to see it. So how am I going to know if anybody likes it? It's been a real stressor for me. I just kind of want to just be me on here, and, you know, but I also want to, you know, guide the channel towards, you know, what everybody likes. So let's see here. First COVID compliant feature in Florida. There we go. From Daniel. Perfect. Holly says ASMR Moco setup videos. Wow. You know, I could. I have thought about, because I've done them before. I've thought about doing just some pop-up live streams of me just setting up shots. And it might be fun to do those again. I mean, one thing that I thought about was, you know, I could have like multicam going, have a big master wide where everybody can see what I'm setting up, and then you can see what the camera sees. And then maybe you wonderful viewers, because like this is a community. I learn just as much from you guys as I mean, I don't know if you learn anything from me or not. You learn my dog knocks my tripod around, but so I mean, I learned from you guys too. So more of an interactive lighting session, that could be fun. Wow, that actually sounds like fun. Just do a live stream where the audience helps light, and then everybody just kind of votes on how we set the. I like that. That might work well. Seven says, please no ASMR. I mean, the truth is, I can't not talk. It's. Do you know how hard it was for that that one video? I thought it was cool. I did it. I probably won't do another one, but I literally wanted to talk the whole time. Oh, and while we were doing that, we were testing. We had Rex with us, and we were in where were we there? We were in Arizona, and Rex was being a really good boy, so we let him off the leash, and he was just kind of hanging around. Well, my wife was watching him while I was doing the cooking, and he realized that it was not me watching, but her, and so he tried to sneak off. He ran down this really steep hill, like he was like, I'm escaping. And so in the middle of that, you could kind of see there's a gap of, wait, what just happened during that time? And then when I come back, you hear me in the background. So we had to get him. That was a little fun. That's your heavy breathing ASMR for you there, Seven. Let's see. I don't think enough people talk about the business side of filmmaking and freelance. Well, that's true. I can certainly talk about my trials and tribulations and such. I would probably say that would be a really good episode for a guest, which I will be having soon. I have several lined up already, and we'll work our way through the guests, and we'll have some repeat ones too. Yeah, that would be a good fun live stream to talk about the business side. I mean, I could talk about it from what I know. I could do that on either a live stream or I could do that as video. I just find, and y'all tell me, people don't like talking heads, and I am a giant talking torso. Chalking torso? That would be funny. Just like drawing chalk all over me. Like a talking torso is what I end up doing a lot. And I don't know. I try to put meaning into every video. Like I try to make my words tell something along the way. I don't know. We'll see. Chris says, to answer your question, I loved the interviews you had during the pandemic when you did Q&As with creators. Yep, we are bringing those back. Loved being able to ask questions, not to derail your topic, but what are NAB and City Gear looking like for you this year? I'm seriously considering attending if they are in person. My intentions at this point is to attend both. What I don't know is what that will look like. I know that both of them are late in the year, October-ish, I think, for both. I guess I need to get the dates and find out when they are, but I plan on going to both. I just wonder what it'll look like. I mean, people are still very fearful. I mean, you gotta be with, their surroundings. You get people got to feel safe. So yeah, I don't know. I do plan on it. It is my intention, and almost certainly I will attend Cinegear. Probably, maybe with the van, maybe not. I might fly out for that one. Depends on whether or not I can find a parking place for the van where someone's not going to steal my catalytic converter. That's like apparently all the rage right now everywhere. I do not get it. I mean, I get that there's money in it, but wow, what a difficult thing. Ollie says, I can't believe it's been a year since the live streams. They were a perfect distraction to the madness at the time. It's true. It is very true, and it was a great way for me. I mean, I've been doing the live streams for a long time, but it was a great way at that time to get people in front of people where they couldn't normally. But it was also massively stressful for me. I mean, like extremely stressful, just with the fear of the internet going down. And I mean, there were several I know I talked about in the past where my internet went down. I think it was when I was interviewing Eric Kessler. My internet went down, but I was using the streaming software. So he was still talking and didn't know that I had disconnected. And then I came back like 2 minutes later and just like my eyes are like this. I'm like, oh my God, is he still there? It was, yeah. It was fun there. Let's see. LOL. Absolutely everyone I was a part of stuck with me. I remember them and what I gave them. Yeah, we had, I mean, every single guest. I loved every single guest, probably because I picked every single guest. But I mean, every single one of them are people that I personally know and people that I know would provide some type of tremendous value, both to me and to my viewers or this community, my viewers. Yeah, let's just call it the community because, yeah. And I mean, there were several I was just giggling that I got them on here. I mean, I'd love to have Mark Toya back on just to talk about his film after the release. Have you seen Monsters of Man yet? That movie was pretty amazing. I would say epic. And the budget that was spent on it being a tiny percentage of what Hollywood would charge, that was an eye opener. That was really cool. And I mean, the film was pretty amazing. And gosh, I hope there's going to be a sequel. I mean, he left it where it certainly could be a sequel. But yeah, is it pausing or is it just me? I can't tell. Let's see here. Chris says, seen Mom, yeah, Monsters of Man. Love the BTS content. Absolutely worth it. Yep. And Mark touched just briefly on it in the live stream. There's so much out there. Missed that one. And yes, that movie was crazy too. Yeah. Oh, you missed Mark Toya? Oh, gosh. Go back and watch it. That's the other thing is I always leave my live streams out unless no one connects. I mean, that was a hilarious one. I swear I shared that with you guys. I live streamed for 42 minutes one day. Not a soul joined. No one. I sat there and talked to myself for 40 minutes. And I thought, did I peak? Am I boring? And what I didn't realize was YouTube had changed something. And my default had changed from public to private. No one can see the video. So I deleted that one. But all the other live streams I leave up there. So there you go. Video skips, but the audio is fine. So yeah, I think that is, I think that's the video capture there. That's weird. I don't know. I must have installed 40 patches from Microsoft. So who knows? Yeah, you have a little lag every 2 minutes or so. Interesting. Chris says, what opened my eyes about Mark's project was his multicam workflow. Oh, this is true. And the fact that he did all of that in Final Cut. There are not many features that are edited in Final Cut, especially to the level that he edited in, and he did it all in Final Cut. It was amazing. Final Cut 10. Well, I guess we could say that. There's a lot of movies actually edited in Final Cut Pro 7. But yeah. So what's on everyone's mind? What's everyone looking forward to for 2021? What are we looking for in new gear? Do we think new gear's coming out anytime soon? I will say I am a bit intrigued by the potential of the Apple M1X laptops. With the speed that they're getting out of that M1 chip, I think an M1X MacBook Pro would be just devastatingly powerful. And I think that is going to be a huge game changer out there. The Mega Meat. Austin Stewart says, hey, Scott, LED HMI replacement. Well, Austin, the Aputure 600D, I would say Mole Richardson has some serious ones out there, but as affordable options, I would say the Aputure 600D Pro is probably the coolest HMI replacement so far, because I sold my 1.2K HMI after the 600D because they were so close in output. They were so close in output. And that was before I had the Fresnel for the 600D Pro. And the Fresnel definitely pumps out some brightness. So yeah. Ollie says, hoping for a new probe lens. Yeah, there's one coming. There's definitely one coming, because I'm using the heck out of this one. I'm playing with so many ideas with this probe right now. It's a lot of fun, but yeah, I wish it was an F14. I really wish it was an F14. Daniel says, looking forward to my second vaccine shot tomorrow. That's interesting. I don't know which one you got. In fact, if I talk about it, I'll probably get this video will get flagged or something. Let me mute while I cough. So I got the one that they just pulled today. Well, they didn't pull it. They recommended everyone pause. It's just so they can get some information out there. People were panicking like, oh my God, I got it. What do I do? You don't need to panic. It's a very rare thing that it reacts against. And The amount of them is no more than any of the others. In fact, the main one that's out there, I'm trying to avoid the terms. The main one out there actually has more incidences of problems than the others. But yeah, I got mine. I don't particularly feel like I needed to, but I also felt like it would solve a lot of questions in the future, any potential dilemmas. I'll just get the single dose one and be done, the one and done, and then I can move on with my life. Everyone can be happy around me, all that good stuff. Daniel says, "Oops." Yeah. it's not that bad. So I'm back on StreamYard here, which means I can have guests. I think I can have 10 guests now. I don't know. I have to look. I still, for the life of me, don't understand why they want to make me pay twice as much to get 1080p footage. That's a lot. It's broadcasting in 720p, which quite honestly, for those of you who watched my live streams before I used this product, I was not really broadcasting in 720p, I don't think. I don't know, maybe. Some people said I look really sharp sometimes, but I don't think I was uploading in but maybe 480, 720, who knows. Yeah. Daniel says it's important to get our set world back to as normal as possible. It's true. It's one of the reasons. Like I said, I didn't feel like I needed it personally. My opinion on that, and this is me, is that I'm so OCD about germs. I'm not quite a germaphobe, but close. But I'm so OCD about it. I don't get sick. I mean, knock on wood, but I haven't had the flu in like 10, 15 years. And I think that time I got the flu because I took a flu shot, and I don't take those either. I'm not saying anti anything. Don't judge me or prove me. I'm just so OCD about it that I won't pick up germs from people. I mean, if you were to sneeze in my face 4 feet away, I'd walk away without catching anything because I would have held my breath instantly. I would have looked at the wind direction to see which way it's blowing and walked perpendicular to it. I don't know. That maybe makes me a germaphobe. But yeah, I did it because it's easy. Its side effect is not that you get it. So I'm not going to catch it by that way. And everyone around me can feel safe and better. And I'm fine with that. Yeah. Ramesh says, talking about the Komodo camera. All right, very good. Which lens works best with its autofocus systems? I find the Canon lens working better than the Sigma when it comes to that. Any thoughts, suggestions? Thank you. Yeah, Ramesh. So they're constantly mapping and programming those lenses out. The Canon ones do seem to have a little bit better of a time. I do prefer the Sigma 18-35, and it does have a glitch that will happen periodically that it just kind of forgets. And basically I turn off autofocus and turn it back on and it comes back to life. I'm not sure what that is. I know it has gotten better on several firmware versions. 1.4 was far better for autofocus glass than the previous 1.32. 1.38? I don't remember which one it was. And now we're on 1.5? Excuse me, hiccups. So yeah, the Canon stuff is better slightly. I think the 18-35 is like dead accurate. I think it's amazing. And it's such a sharp lens that it works exceptionally well with the Komodo autofocus. I know that they're continuing to map out RF lenses right now. I think there's some. I don't have any RF, so I can't speak to its ability, but I have friends that obviously do, and they're saying that it's starting to work now. So that's cool because RF is super compact for the camera. But I find with Komodo, I don't know, I've been shooting a lot with cinema glass lately. I love walking around with Komodo with the Takeda 11-20. I'm usually shooting it at 20, which is funny. When they come out with their 25 to 75, I mean, that's going to be the glass that lives on there, almost certainly. But I shoot a lot. It's hilarious because Komodo is an autofocus camera, and I use manual focus on it more than I thought I would. I mean, yeah. Otherwise, I probably would use the 24 to 70 Canon. I have the Mark II. I think there's a Mark III out now. But, yep. Let's see. Chris says, heading off to Previs. It's been nice to tune in. See you tonight. Yep. We'll see you, Chris. Ollie says, by the way, Scott, what Cat 5 cables do you use with your Kessler stuff? I want to replace mine. Do they have to be a specific type? No. The cables that you use with the Kessler motion control systems are just standard Cat 5, Cat 6 cables. I like to get I like to buy I think the Cat 5e patch cables, but I just like to buy the ones that are shielded because they're typically a little bit heavier gauge, and so they'll, as you're doing this all day long with motion, they tend to hold up longer, and I definitely like snagless connectors on the end. The only cable that is of Kessler's that is specific is their linking cable. And it's so odd that I had that right there. This one. I'm running over an Allen wrench. That's hilarious. So this is the linking cable for their second shooter products. This allows them to connect multiple second shooters together. And this, although it looks like a standard telephone cable, telephone, for those of you who don't know what that is the way mommy and daddy used to communicate years ago. But it's a specialized cable. So it has some crossovers inside that take place. And so you do not want to use a off-the-shelf cable for linking. Wireless obviously takes care of that. But for everything else, I mean, I buy these special ones. So use my affiliate link on Amazon. I can put some down below. I buy them like they're I have 6 and 10 footers, and I buy all black ones. I think I buy like 10 packs of each. And so I just have them. I bring probably twice as many cables as I need anytime I'm on set, just because. But it works. Yeah, nothing specific. Just the higher the gauge, the better they are because they can handle more amperage. I'm always surprised at how Kessler squeezes so much power out of these motors over a Cat 5 cable. It is absolutely amazing, but they can do it. So I tried to help it as much as possible by giving it the highest gauge possible. Lowest gauge, largest gauge. There we go, is the right term. Seven Wall says, I grew up two good film treatments. I was placing words in your mouth. I drew up 2 good film treatments over quarantine. Was thinking about selling them, but I'm going to try to turn them into scripts. Probably start shooting music videos soon too. That's it film-wise. I swear. So, story of my life, it starts when I was a wee baby, is I come up with an idea and I think, oh, that's a cool idea, but I don't want to do it until I can perfect it. I don't want to do it until I can do it right. So I've had several film ideas that are really like flushed out. Oh, that's a good movie. Flushed out. But as time passes, they become more and more real in reality. And so someone else is going to snag these ideas before I do them. And someone mentioned to me that I should just shoot a pilot or a trailer for them so I can get the idea out there. And I definitely need to do that. Ollie says, awesome. Thanks. Thank you, Ollie. Good question. Chain Shot Video Production says, anything new from Kessler concerning tripod support solutions? One slider with one tripod. I don't know if they have anything new. I know they talked about it. Are you familiar with using the magic arm to do it? It's what I typically do. I will grab it here since it's close by. If you are, forgive me. I'm not trying to over explain it here, but for those that don't know, it might be useful. But you basically you get your tripod. Really, I don't have a tripod here. And you mount your city slider or something, not in the middle and not on the very end, but like 1/3 in to the center of the tripod. So the tripod is here. Then mount your magic arm to the other 1/3, and then attach this with a clamp to your tripod, and then tighten it down. And it does a pretty good job of making it stable. Obviously, the better the tripod, the more stable it's going to be. And just be careful when you clamp down on your clamp. Don't crush your tripod leg. Don't ask me how I know that. Yeah. Seven Wall says, I too suffer from the awesomeness that is perfectionism. It's such an anti it's such an impediment to success. There was a rumor. Yeah, it's a wobbly paint. Yeah, it's the bigger your tripod. So I use, when I'm shooting with the larger stuff, I'm using my big Miller, and I clamp to it, and I have pretty good luck with it. I personally do not like using multiple seats or multiple stands. It really sucks. The Kessler tripod, the K-Pod, is massively strong enough to support both ends of the city slider. And you can use that. It's just a big tripod. So, I mean, I think they sell a bunch of those too. I mean, it's a heck of a tripod. So you might look into that. It's not lightweight though. It's definitely not backpackable. Well, I mean, it'd be like carrying like a big Yoda, like a baby Jabba. Just ordered the bigger support for the Cine Shooter today. Awesome. The HD support bracket, which I probably have right there, because it's not on there. HD support bracket is really good, and it will definitely increase your payload. Also, you can have a little more fun with it too, because of that increased payload. There's more places to hang counterweights, so you can actually start hanging some other axis on there, like second shooter heads, that kind of stuff. I've had so much fun with the roll rig that I did. Oh, it's a blast. What do you use what do you shoot with your Cine Shooter? How do you like it? What do you think? What's your thoughts and positives and negatives on the Cine Shooter? How was my review? Did you watch my review? I hope you watched my review. Was it dead on? Was it off? Give me your thoughts. Seven Walls says, so is the synth a new venture for you? I'm falling in love with the ones in my DAW. So no, well, I don't know how to show this. Let me see if I can. I'd like to show it on my iPad here. It might work. So I really wanted it to show up here. Sorry, hold on. I have been playing since 1988-ish. I mean, that's kind of a very specific-ish, but basically since high school, and have always loved synthesizers. Really, I swear I have. I know where I have them, and I had a well, yeah. Well, I can't show the picture. I'll figure out a way to show it sometime. But I've been playing since for a long time. And obviously when I was younger, I didn't have a lot of money. So there were a ton of keyboards that I lusted after. And then like, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, I went through another phase of wanting to do music again. And I had a lot of money at the time. I'm not knocking, I'm just saying. So I acquired, and it was also the perfect time to do so. It was a horrible time to sell them, but I mean, you could pick up all the keyboards from the 90s. You pick those up for cheap because everybody was moving to soft synths and all that stuff. And so I acquired a massive keyboard studio. It was amazing. And I had dabbled in analog at the time, but never too much so. And then I recently rediscovered analog, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it a lot. It's a blast, mostly because I'm a tactile person. I was just talking about that with someone, that I love to flip knobs and physically interact with stuff. It's just how I operate. I guess it works well for who I am. And so the synth stuff is it's me expanding out. So I have always had the intention of my short films having my music. And my good enough short film, I scored that. It's nothing fantastic. I just scored it. I've written 250 plus songs over the last 30 years, none of which you've ever heard, unless you were on hold. Short story there. I mean, I just want to do something with it. I want to start to finish everything, like a short film with music, with narration, with everything. I want to just let all my creativeness out. That's why. So it's not a new venture. It's just analog is a new venture. The Euro rack is definitely new. I've never done that before. Daniel says, was a pleasure seeing you here, man. Got to run, see you around, Daniel. Good to see you, buddy. Since say 3 times fast. No, I will not. Since. Well, that was actually really easy. Chain Shot says, City Shooter is nice. Could be a little sturdier with even smaller gear steps. It annoys me that the grip with the red button doesn't lock the keyframe after release. Yeah, that one was an interesting choice. And I agree with that. I feel like when I press it in and let go, it should do it. I think they could do that. I would probably just need a lot of people telling them that they want that. Yeah, it was a weird one. I do like the free motion though. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. It says top chat. Why does that say top chat? Also, feel free. I'll put in the cyber begging. There's memberships down below if you want to join the channel for behind the scenes stuff. As I've always said, I put my main stuff up front, and I don't really hide the high quality stuff. I put that up front. But if you want to support me that way, you can do that. You can do super chats. You can do tip jar. I think there's a tip jar. Maybe there used to be. You can also PayPal, or you can just use affiliate links, all that good stuff. Patreon, anything like that. If you just feel like it, no big deal. That's my cyber begging for the moment. Let's see here. I'm just looking around the room. I have several product. Well, I have a lot of product reviews to do. There's a shelf over here that has all of my products that are waiting to be shot. Some of them are waiting on updates. Some of them are waiting on release dates, because some of those are so far out that there's no point in shooting anything with them yet, because, I mean, things are going to change. I have a bunch of stuff coming, some cool product videos or product reviews, lots of light stuff, if you know what I mean. Did y'all see the news where Vitek bought Quasar? Yeah, that was an interesting one to me. I like Quasar. Vitek, I have a love-hate relationship with. Some of their brands I love, some of their brands I don't. But Vitek as a whole, they just feel, I don't know, they feel like they slow things down. Even though they're supposed to speed things up, I feel like they slow things down. I don't know. What are y'all's thoughts on that? Should Vitek have bought Quasar? I mean, good for Steven and his company, because I mean, Vitek, when they buy out, they usually they pay a nice amount of money, so people usually make a little bit. And I mean, like, look at Wooden Camera. I mean, he started that company from the ground up, blood, sweat, and tears. Vitek bought him out, gave him so much money that he's now a philanthropist. He left the industry altogether and just goes out there and does good things. So it's kind of an amazing thing you can do. But then again, will that be good for Quasar? I don't know. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that? Freezing? Okay, it's still going. Okay, it just freezes. That's so weird. I'll have to work on that. If you see a bunch of live streams pop up with no names, like this is a test, and it happens to be that I didn't click the right thing, I mean, you could join it just for the heck of it, but it'll probably just be a test. Cooking show is coming. I am going to do the cooking show, and I'm probably going to be posting some of that stuff to here. Definitely some BTS stuff for sure. But yeah, that's all coming. It's all part of this mobile studio movement thing, where literally the whole cine shooter can move anywhere and hit all in through my studio. It's yeah. So Seven Wall says, what kind of movies would you prefer to make? First would be sci-fi. I love sci-fi. Second is a tie. So I like horror movies, but I also like very intense dialogue movies, usually around action, more high-tech action. But I love intense dialogue. I think that's so much fun. That would not be a rom-com. It would not be a drama. A drama with intense dialogue would, wow, that would be an interesting movie, wouldn't it? If Aaron Sorkin wrote a romantic comedy, golly. Listen, I want to break up because you talk too fast. Why do you think I talk too fast? I don't know why you talk too fast, because I use really big words, and that would be an Aaron Sorkin rom-com. What kind of movies do you prefer to make? I like the J.J. Abrams method of unboxing. I'm not that talented at creating the suspense and the surprises in there, but I like that unpack, and then the story takes a twist, and then you unpack and the story takes a twist, that kind of stuff. Seven Wall says, LOL, same. I do like rom-coms, though. I don't know about making them, though. Yeah. I will tell you that aside from sci-fi, my favorite type of movie to watch was probably the 80s and 90s. I guess the 80s and 90s dramas. I don't know what they were. A lot of them were teenager based, but they are based on reality. Like, start with like Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Revenge of the Nerds. That's a comedy, but the Pretty in Pink, 16 Candle, all of those, Can't Buy Me Love, all of those had really nice stories to them. I mean, really nice stories to them. Sadly, Ferris Bueller, yes, thank you. Another great one. I think those stories would be very difficult to shoot today. I think they could absolutely be done. I think they'd be successful. But this cancel culture against anything that one person doesn't like is, I mean, it just destroys creativity in my mind. So like what would be, let's take Ferris Bueller. Let's tear apart Ferris Bueller in what cancel culture would point out today. So feel free, everybody out there, say something that you think was, whoa, wait a minute, that you shouldn't do. For instance, Cameron, he falls into the pool on purpose to end his, well, I don't want to say the terms, just so I don't get demonetized. But somebody would say, hey, this is not funny. You should not make fun of this. This is a real issue. We know it's real. Comedy is based on reality. And it wasn't, even in that, it was not real. But somebody would say something. Stealing the car. Oh, you should not glorify theft. Okay. Or skipping school. You should not glorify skipping school. Or breaking and entering. I mean, who knows? Let's say here. I'm sure there's a ton of, yeah. So that's the big one is, let's take, I mean, I'm not saying anything by saying this. I'm just talking about societal norms of the 80s and 90s where on average how things were. But a boy likes a girl, a boy tries to date a girl, a boy always tries to date a girl, the girl doesn't want it, the boy tries to win her heart, and eventually happens. Now, a lot of people would say that's, you shouldn't do that because it's bad. It's, in reality, I mean, you should, if she's like, no, drop dead, yeah, I mean, that's really, you should just go away. But how do you balance that in a story? Because the truth is, my wife said no. She was definitely not truly into me. But then I won her over. I mean, and it was not, I don't know. In my mind, it was, you need to get out of your own way so that people can see who you are. So the same thing with my wife, she needed to get out of her own way so that she could see who I was. And I needed to get out of my own way so I could show her who I was and I could see who she was, that kind of stuff. That all sounds really bad. And gosh, if anybody knows me, knows that that's not the way I would place it. But those stories are true. I would say, what is it like? What would you say people that are together today, that have been together for more than 5 years, I'm guessing at least 70% of those, one party rejected the other party first. It may be a lot higher with that. Why can't we still tell those stories? That's what I want to know. Someone says, my issue is that they're stories. Why can't a character be sexist or racist? I mean, that is another way. I mean, an after school special, oh my God, date myself here. ABC after school special, they always dealt with things that were uncomfortable. They always pushed what was allowed and what was not allowed so they could bring light to something so you could see it happening. Bullying, sexism, racism, sex in or underage, that kind of thing. I got to be really careful with words here. I always found that interesting. Yeah, why can't they be? Yeah, you could tell stories without. They're made up characters, unless they're based on someone in real life. Why do people have to take issue with every single movie? I mean, there's been movies like when my kids were younger and that movie would come out and people were like, I don't know if I'd let my kids see that. And I would watch the movie and go, yeah, my kids can see that. That doesn't bother me. But there are literally parents who are like, my kid can never see that. Or there are parents that don't even care. They let their kids watch movies. I mean, my daughters watched R-rated movies long before they're supposed to, because I judged how mature they were. And when they were mature enough that they could handle it and cope with it, I mean, they had to watch it. Let's see here. Seven Wall says, people want to censor art and conform it to their own beliefs. I sort of understand. It is so tricky, though. Art is not conformed, though. That is it. So there's a friend of mine, AB Dada, that posts out there on Facebook, and he just lets it rip. He doesn't care. He just puts his life out there. He says everything. And he was talking about the other day, and it is an interesting point, that art is not supposed to follow societal rules. It's not supposed to conform. It's not supposed to fall into rules. It's supposed to break free of it, and that's why it's art. So the moment you try to contain art, it's not art. It's literally not art. I mean, some could say, well, it's propaganda. Well, I mean, it could be, depending on how you contain it. But if you like to paint with the color red, and someone says that red should only be allowed to be used by X, aliens on Mars, because it's the red planet, and you use red, somehow you're a Marsist, that kind of thing. It's art. Use red to show an emotion, because, I mean, a color doesn't mean any, that's the interesting thing. Well, I guess it didn't really apply to much of anything. Color is a representation to our eyeballs. You see red differently than I see red. And yeah, I'm a little bit colorblind, but that's not the point. No two people see the same color red, I don't believe. I don't think they interpret it. It's all about how their brain translates the red. So you may be able to see a red and match that red, and someone else may be able to see that red and match that red. But if you were to compare what your brain recorded for that red, they would not be the same color. You would not see the same color. Your brain records things differently. Yeah, it's weird. Seven Wall says, yes. I mean, that's where a lot of, like, some of my ideas, I get scared. I'm like, oh gosh, what if someone says, oh my God, that movie is so bad because it touched on this. I mean, I remember watching Beverly Hills 90210, and like every week there would be some new, oh my God, how dare you, that kind of thing. And I mean, I watched that show. I love that show. It was great. Association. I couldn't think of the word. People want to censor art to their own beliefs. Association. Yeah. It's a weird world. And what I find interesting is that there's America, there's Europe, there is Australia. There's a lot of, I guess they would be considered Western countries. Is that the correct way? But we all kind of feel on many different levels, basically the same thing. We believe that this is somewhat wrong, this is somewhat right, or we believe that this wrong should be righted, that kind of thing. And then there are others on the planet, and I'm not trying to get political here, but there's at least half as many, if not twice as many, well, at least as many, if not twice as many, that do not support the Western philosophies. And I find that really interesting, that Western cultures claim what is right, but do not claim what is wrong in other cultures. That's weird. Yeah, okay. Let's see here. Yeah, man, they were constantly cheating and backstabbing on those shows, and they were for teens. Yes, they were cheating and backstabbing, and I mean, drug use and sex and all the other things that they did on that show. It was at the time, oh my God. I mean, that was like 1990, I guess. I guess that was. I remember I was in high school. It was like the last year of high school, I think, is when it came out. I was like, oh my God, this is great. This is exactly how I think people in Beverly Hills are. Let's see here. Ollie says, all generations want culture to reflect the current norms. To cancel the past means canceling history. Past productions are historical reflections of the norms at their times. And that's very reasonable. I mean, there's an old phrase, those that delete history are doomed to repeat it. I firmly believe in that. Just because something was bad does not mean we shouldn't remember it. Now, you don't remember it as good. You just remember it was bad. Don't delete it because it'll come right back around. And it's the truth. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's a weird, wild world. Weird, wild world. I got a new microphone. I can't wait to do some voiceovers with it. I got the Shure SM7B. That's the standard DJ mic there. Really good for the proximity effect to get that deep voice out. I'm really excited, but I haven't had a project to use it yet, so I don't know. And I've never wanted one of those mics in here for my live streams because I don't like this. I don't like this method of, hey, yeah, I'm doing a live stream. How are you doing right now? I don't care for that. I have thought about podcasts lately. Anybody like podcasts? I have not been a huge fan of podcasts, but I feel like maybe I could do a podcast. I don't know. I feel like some of these live streams could be better podcasts than they could be live streams. I don't know. What are your thoughts? What do you think? What do you think? I wonder how many people are on each. Does it tell me? Oh, it does. Wow, most everybody's on YouTube. Yay. I like it when people are on YouTube because I make the 12 cents. Let's see here. Is it? I'm just looking at my stats. Analytics. It says stream health is great. Well, thank you. Yep, okay. Everything good. 4 likes. Oh, if you're on YouTube, give me a thumbs up. Come on. Can we get a thumbs up? What am I doing? I'm apparently clicking on every. Let's see. Let's see here. 7 says, yes and no. I watch them on YouTube, but I'm not consistently present. I'm not consistently present. Oh, yeah, podcast. I was like, for some reason, I was on like Beverly Hills 90210, and I'm like, how do you watch everything? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, podcasts are tough. I do like when I'm traveling, I do like to listen to podcasts, but I find so few that are truly interesting to me. Like Joe Rogan, most of his guests I'm uninterested in. However, anytime Elon Musk gets on there, I'm just glued. But by the third hour, I'm bored because they usually venture off into a topic, which I do find hilarious. I just, Ollie says, just rip the audio and make them into podcasts. I mean, I guess I could. I have gone out of my way all through the time here of reading the questions. I've always done that, even though I popped them up on the screen, and I'm not sure why. I guess maybe so people could just listen to it in the background. I don't know. It's a good question. That's a good statement. I like that, Ollie. I might just do that. I might just introduce it as also the Scott Balkan podcast. All right. But then people will be like, you don't have a good microphone. Your wireless microphone is not good for podcasts. I think we need to see you make a song. Oh, God. Let's see. Make a song. My problem is I can pseudo sing. And I can pseudo play piano. But I rarely can do both at the same time. Let's see. I sing in falsetto 'cause it makes me sound mature. It sucks and it's sadness. Yeah, I can't sing, no. Everyone unsubscribes. Why? Why did you unsubscribe? Is it because my voice sucks? Yeah, there's the note. Yeah, let's find that F. So I sing in falsetto, so you can have your day. There you go. That's it. That was it. That was probably the worst thing ever. Let's see here. Oh, you said not right now. I missed that. There we go. That's hilarious. Yeah, no, that's that was me playing piano. That was, let's see at the emoji. Look at that. Let's see how many. I only lost one viewer on that. Yeah, so not bad. Or either that or it's behind. I meant for a video topic. Be specific. Be very specific, because this is the Scott Balcom live stream. Who knows what can happen? Like my my Balcom Blue Switchblade. Love my Balcom Blue Switchblade. I found that. I was like, I always wanted a Switchblade, and it's Balcom Blue. It's actually slightly more green, but with color correction, I can make that Balcom Blue. What's funny is probably during that whole thing, it probably glitched and you never heard the song, which would be hilarious. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this at some point just to see how badly that is. I miss my adult beverages. I got my my fancy cigar cutter. Ooh, boy, this thing is, yeah. Haven't had a cigar on. Man, I haven't. So, I mean, the last time I did a live stream where I didn't have a guest on was literally a year ago. It was that long ago. Oh, no, we heard the whole thing. Audio hasn't been like. It's pretty bad. I mean, you kind of put me on the spot by not being specific. I also can't sing that well, so there's that. How bad was I off key? Singing falsetto. I don't know. I can't hear. Let's see here. I wonder why do you have so much less subs? Should be in the millions. Vincent, thank you. Thank you a lot. I really appreciate that. Was it the song? Was it the this is my belief why I don't, because I don't conform to the YouTube method. So everybody does YouTube. Well, I mean, there's another part to it, but everybody does YouTube where they follow the trends. There's reaction videos. So Filmmaker reacts and such does. And then they're like, okay, we got to do product shots this way. Or I don't subscribe to that. I like to just be me because I don't want to ever be fake. I don't want to be up here doing something that I don't want to do. I think that's why. I don't know. Also, I mean, in fairness, I haven't been putting out a lot of videos lately. and I apologize. I literally stew in imposter syndrome every day. And I mean, I feel like if I put this video out, no one will watch it. If I put this video out, no one will watch it. I mean, I swear, it cracks me up. One of my most successful videos, if you go back a year and a half, I think it was October, where I put out the little short 1.5 minute long video. It was just a short film on the Georgia Guidestones. And I was just having some fun with art and some shots. And literally COVID hit right after that. And for whatever reason, it got sucked into the YouTube algorithm and took off. Now, it's not millions of views or anything like that, but it consistently gets hundreds of views a day. I mean, consistently, even today. I mean, I could put nothing out and I would still get hundreds of views on that one. It just cracks me up. And I didn't do that for COVID. I didn't do that for anything other than it just was nice art. Ali says, how's the Komodo been? I've noticed a lot of DSMC owners using over anything else. And Ali, it's a great question. And it's been an interesting one. So, I mean, ultimately, Komodo is fantastic. So that's the short answer. I have not done my Komodo review yet. And I have not done it because I'm still shooting with it and learning with it everywhere I go, trying to figure out how to break it, how to break the image, how to not use it here, use it there. It's been used on so much. We've used it on several commercials. I've been using it on the last commercials here that I'm shooting right now. It is a beast. It is an amazing camera. Absolutely beast mode. And the truth is, I grab it before I grab DSMC2. Probably 8 times out of 10. That would be 4 out of 5, or as Dennis would choose, 9 out of 10 Dennis. Mostly because I have Dragon X because of slow motion. Because when I'm out in nature and I'm filming birds, animals, water, anything cool, slow motion just makes it better. It does. And some of that slow motion, I really like to capture the really higher frame rates. So I'm in 100 frames a second a lot. And Komodo can't do that, not unless you're in 1080, but I like to finish in 4K, so that ties it. But when I do not need slow motion, I mean, that is literally the only difference. When I do not need slow motion, Rex, wake up. Wait, he's having a bad dream. Wake up, buddy. Or if I'm rigging it out to a large cinema rig, then I go for the DSMC2. But Komodo, I'm grabbing it unless I need slow motion. It's solid. Now, I will say that the screen is very nice and usable if you've got good vision. I'm older. My vision is kind of gone, so 7-inch bright monitor for the win, and it's fantastic. Yeah, I'm a big fan, and I'm going to be doing the Komodo review. I feel guilty about it because I know a lot of people were like, where's your review on it? Because I really want to know. My opinion is that I thought that we had gotten most of that information out there with the live streams and all that stuff. But I guess not. I need to do it. A lot of people are doing the reviews now, and it's cool. I mean, definitely take everyone's opinion for it, but it's a good camera. I mean, it's such a good camera, you still can't get your hands on one. They are back ordered like crazy. So yeah, it's good. Seven Wall says, I need to watch that. Yeah, it's the Georgia Guidestones video. It's under the, if you just, on my channel, you just go to the, I think it's films. There's a playlist for films. I had some ideas of how I wanted to shoot it, and I got most of those shots. It was really hard with all the people. Plus, it was 100 degrees that day. Oh my God. And then I went out and found some public domain old film strip audio from like 1950 something, where some professors talking about, actually I think it was a psychology major or something, was talking about how people interact with people. And so I just picked and pulled pieces out of that and put it together in kind of a question and answer kind of feeling, to make, as you listen to the audio and you listen to the words that he's saying, and then you read the words up there, kind of makes you question things. I don't know. That's what I did. But that's that. Well, apparently I can, let's see, what can I do? I can share a video file now. Interesting. So I probably could have just downloaded it and played it. That's interesting. I just, when I started up the StreamYard, it said, oh, you have new feature. You can stream full videos now. I'm like, oh, okay then. That's what the Stones do. Well, that's true. That's true. The Stones are weird. I will give you that. The Stones are really strange. I sat there and I looked at them and I thought, huh, why here? Why, why this? Why now? Why those statements? There's a lot of whys, but yep, makes you ask questions. And I think I commented at first, but I saw where the conversation went on the comment section, and I left it alone. People have battles out there, battle royale in the comment section on that. Not about filmmaking for a change, not about how much I suck as a filmmaker, but actually how the world is. So yeah, let them be. Vincent, where are you from? Do you have any questions out there? Happy to answer. I mean, that's what a lot of this live streams are about, question and answer, Q&A. If you have any questions about any gear, if you have any questions about anything, just shoot them. I'm happy to answer. Or I'll play the piano again. No, I won't do that. On Komodo, these are really slick. These, the X4 NDs from Breakthrough, which are being manufactured now, so they're coming out really soon. These are the drop-ins for the Canon RF to EF adapter, and these are amazing. The Canon one, not so good. Not so good. Oh, wait. There we go. Seven Walls, what's the best movie you've watched recently? Honestly, so I had never watched this movie before, and my wife made me watch it 2 nights ago, and it's the best movie I've seen recently, and it was Tombstone. I have no idea why I have not watched that movie before, but it was good. It was really good. So that was the one. Ollie says, Scott, you may know the answer to this. When I import an R3D folder into Premiere, I end up with a couple of clips that always remain in the subfolder. Any ideas? Yes. So the way Premiere processes red footage, it does not understand. This is weird because it kind of does. It does not understand that the files need to be assembled. So if you import a folder, you're going to get all the individual files from the red. However, if you go through, instead of the import folder, if you go through the browse tab and you browse down to it, you can see all of your folders. It shows up as clips. You can right click and import, and it only brings in the clip. I don't know why it only brings in one, all stitched together. Hey, he just moved that other tripod, and he looked at me. He's like, so that's the answer to that. Premiere, drag and drop, get multiple files. And it's basically, it's the FAT32 break that they put in there. If you browse and import, you get one file for video. Vincent says, I'm from India trying to learn about how to create YouTube videos. Interesting. Yeah, well, ask away. Doing my studio now. We'll share it with you once ready. Cool. What? Yes, that's the class. Yeah, I don't know. I like Westerns. Westerns are fun. They're a blast. And I like Young Guns. I've watched Young Guns too. I like those, but Tombstone was definitely better. Definitely better. Plus, all those actors are fantastic actors. it was fun picking them all out after they've done their other movies. So like there were several characters or actors that were in there, well, several characters as well that were in Deadwood, that it was like, huh. And then from other movies, I kept going, who was that? Who was that from? Who was that one from? Who's that from? It was wild. Obviously Kurt Russell, and the what's his name? The dude, the one who talks like that. Can't remember his name. He was in Justified, and then you had Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton was in everything. And then you had Jason Priestley in there. You had the Trixie from Deadwood was in there. You had the girl who was Wyatt Earp's wife, original wife. She was from Fletch. Then let's see. God, there's so many of them. Val Kilmer, yes, Val Kilmer. He is so good in that. The way he talks like this. I wonder if this was a precursor to The Saint, where he did all the different accents. And Val is apparently back in action now, like working like crazy, which is good for him. He fought off the throat cancer. I always liked Val from the beginning when he was in, gosh, what was the, oh, come on. The one where they made the laser beam and they blew up the house with popcorn. The Saint, yeah. What was the hell the name of that? Science, no, it wasn't Weird Science. It wasn't. Oh my God. Can't believe. Someone call out the name of that movie before I look it up on the IMDb. Yeah, it was the one where he worked in the lab and they built the space laser that flew under the B-1B bomber, which was weird. It was horrible. God, yeah. Well, that was my favorite Val Kilmer was that one because he's so cocky in there and he plays a cocky person so well that I truly enjoyed that movie. Oh, I'm just going to look it up. IMSB. That is definitely not how you spell IMDb. Real Genius. There you go. Didn't even have to look it up. There you go. That is the answer. Yes, Real Genius. Such a good movie. I laugh at that movie because it's so hilariously simple of a story. And it's a perfect 80s, 90s movie. It's got that, I mean, it's just got a cool story. And then you've got, yeah, that's cool. Let's see here. Yeah, The Saint was funny, just watching Val Kilmer do different accents. You talk like Russian. My name is Dmitry. I was named for a saint from, yeah, all the different ones. All right, who's got questions? Vincent, you got questions? Throw some questions out there. I'm happy to answer. I'm an open book. If I don't know the answer, well, I'll point you in the right direction, but I mean, I'm not going to give you the wrong answer. I might. I wouldn't know it if I did, but yeah. I mean, I typically don't answer a question I don't know. Let's see. I've also thought about doing a bunch of back to basics videos, like how to use a C-stand, the incredible, wonderful uses of cinefoil, because cinefoil and you can make all the difference in the world creating shadows. Negative fill. I think negative fill is good. I have not finished my lighting videos, and I'm doing those. Practical lighting setups. That's why I built this set the way I did, was for the practical lighting. Just so I could show and demonstrate. Wow, it's really dirty. I didn't even realize I had Duvetine back there. I should turn my keyboard off. Let's see. Who's got questions? Who has, whoops, where's my, well, there we go. Okay, I guess I won't get to see any stats now. That's the one thing I don't like about the iPad Pro with the cursor. The mouse will just like land on the X of the tab and just close it out. I'm like, why would you close out the video or the tab I was just working? Directing or cinematography? Yeah. I'm not so good as a director, so I couldn't. I mean, well, I'm learning how to be. Cinematography, definitely. I'm working in IT entire night shifts. Do you suggest anything I could start related to video? Well, I mean, the conversion of IT and video would be to go work at a TV station or to go DIT. If you don't know what a DIT is, I did a video. Just click on my thing and search what is a DIT. I did a video on it. Apparently, it's an extremely popular video, but DIT is basically media management and video feed management for big features and commercials and all kinds of stuff. But it allows you to work in IT and do video stuff at the same time. Can I give you a sneak peek of upcoming guests? Maybe. I'm just trying to think. I just got to trying to think how to. Yeah, let me think about that. Because they're coming. I have not. I want to ramp up to them so that I get the right audience. Because I mean, it would be bad to bring on a guest and have 15 people watching. I would feel really bad, like I'm wasting someone's time. I'm not saying the 15 aren't valuable at all, and people do watch them afterwards. That the interaction I think is really huge for a lot of the questions that come through. Gerald says, "How are you, sir?" Gerald, I am fine. I'm doing well. How are you? I'm fine. Everything's okay here. How are you? That's my Star Wars impersonation. Yeah. I mean, probably could just, well, I mean, he agreed to come back on, so Charles Pappert will be coming back. But I'm wanting him to get some more stuff to talk about behind the scenes because he's working on so much cool stuff right now. He's probably watching going, what? We didn't say when. I know, Pat. We will. But he said he would. So, and I think we're going to do not shots, but drink scotch 1-to-1 and see how that goes. That probably would not go so well. And then, yeah, I mean, that's a re-guest that's coming, and I've got some others coming, working out the deets. But I've also got the guest cooking, which I teased before. I teased it a long time ago. That is coming, where I bring on a guest and they make a food dish, and I try to make the same food dish that they're making in the time that we have, while we chit chat about film and all kinds of stuff. And we'll see how that goes. Gerald says, "Hey, I'm good. Making a big shift in the business and ramping down the real estate and moving to product work. Big changes. Interesting, man. Glad to hear it." Is that an intended choice? Was that a determined direction, or was that a choice that was made for you? I feel like real estate is still hot, but I definitely understand wanting to shift. A great body with a kit lens versus mid-range body with a good lens for video or photo. Well, my statement there would be a lens is a long-term investment and a body is a short-term investment. You can do more damage. That's a tough phrase. So lenses, everything is art. Let's put it this way. So the camera is a capture of art. So if you have a VHS camcorder, it will capture in a way that is stylized, obviously VHS. If you have an 8K cinema camera, it's going to capture in an 8K, maybe high dynamic range, really good high dynamic. I just said dynamic range, but a good, maybe a raw video, that kind of thing. It is a tool for art. A lens is also art. It is also, it's like another paintbrush. You can take a bad lens and put it on a fantastic camera and get a fantastic shot if the bad lens supports the style that you're shooting for. You can also take a great lens and put it on a bad camera and make it look fine if it supports what you're doing. Your question, a great body with a kit lens versus mid-range body, I mean, it just depends. Lenses are forever. So when you buy a lens, you're typically going to hold on to it for a long time. You'll go through several bodies with it. The body is short-term. But that being said, you could do a lot more with a mid-range body and a kit lens if you just learn how to use your tools. I mean, if you're shooting inside, if you're shooting outside, I mean, either way is going to be okay. If you're shooting inside, I mean, sometimes you might need a better lens so you can get to a lower f-stop so you can pull in more light. Or maybe you need a better body that has a higher ISO so that you can pull in more light. Or maybe you need a higher frame rate. There's a lot of variables there. So, I mean, the answer is it depends. There's nothing wrong with starting out with something inexpensive and working your way up. I have glass that I've owned for many, many, many years back then that I still use, because you buy the glass once and you just keep adding it on to whatever you buy. What are you looking at camera wise? And I'll give you some thoughts on that as well. Gerald says, it is intended. Real estate just got boring for me and I was getting overwhelmed with product videography requests. Change is good. Good for you, man. Good for you. You got the motion going on. You doing some motion control yet? Stepping into that world. You need your Kessler City shooter. You got to step into that world, or you already have an option. Let's talk about it. Seven Wall says, whoa, never thought of it like that. What? I don't know what I said. That the comment, maybe the art is art, paintbrushes, lenses are forever, probably. Camera is the paint canvas and the lens is the brush. What amazing analogy. Yeah. Now that I have context, I mean, the other, so photography and videography, cinematography, the camera it's the canvas. Light is paint, technically. Lens is a paintbrush. Shadow is a paintbrush. It's controlling. There's so much of it. that is, important. Audio is a paintbrush, because without good audio, no one's going to watch your film. So, I mean, I would rather watch a low budget camera with a low budget lens with good audio than a high budget camera with a high budget lens and bad audio. Or I would rather watch a low budget camera with a low budget lens with reasonable audio and good set lighting or good control of lighting. Sometimes you don't need to add a light. Sometimes you take it away. All of that makes the image that goes into your camera better. So, yeah. Slider sticks and handheld for the moment, but I certainly have been impressed with what I've seen from you at the Kessler Gear. So, yeah, give them a call. Buy their rig, tell them Scott sent you, and I'll get a smile. Yeah, literally, I don't make anything on it, but just tell them Scott sent you, because they get a kick out of it, and I usually get a hey, thanks for the referral kind of thing. It's cool. It's all fun, but yeah, it's good stuff. It's really good stuff. And their kits are so affordable and so practical too. Very powerful. Chaos software, just saying. Yeah. Chaos software is awesome. Also, I have some fun stuff coming out. Working on it, putting together right now. I've assembled my first couple of pieces for it, and it's going to be epic. It has not been done before, which shocks me. But it's going to get done, and it's going to get done correctly and fairly. And it will probably ruffle a few feathers, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. So, yeah, what else is going on? Should I change colors in the background? Let's change some colors. I mean, that's the beauty of, having something like the Aputure B7Cs. We just go to color. Let's just change that back lamp. Ooh, nice blue. I like that. Or maybe we should go a little more magenta. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah. Probably get a visit here. Hey, that's my purple. Desk lamp. Let's see. What color should the desk lamp be? Let's shift it red. Ooh, that's pretty red. Now, the plants I like, though, I'm going to leave those. But I'm thinking yeah, let's do this. Let's change out that. Now we got a little lightning going on, a little storm brewing. We could play with that for a little bit. Let's see here. I already bought a T7 150D, right, with 18 to 55. All I'm interested to do day-to-day vlogs. Realize T7 doesn't have video autofocus. Yep. Now I'm helpless. Finally looking for a decent camera kit under 2,000. I mean, you could probably get, you could probably find a Sony A7 III with a kit lens for maybe $1,100 now. And those are really good. Those have really nice autofocus with kit lens, and they produced a pretty good image. You might even get it for $1,000. That's Sony, but I mean, you have an 18 to 55. I mean, you could get a Canon. What is the Canon? It's the EOS. Which one is it? It's the EOS C or let me look it up. It's okay for video. It shoots 4K. Canon EOS. It's not the R5s, not the R6, not the Z70. Come on. This is the M50, I think it is. M50 Mark II, maybe that's the one. Yeah, M50 Mark II. $699. It shoots 4K video. Has autofocus. I mean, it's affordable. You don't have to waste $2,000 on something. If you already have the Canon glass, or you could find. I mean, honestly, the you might look at it. Oh, let me go grab it here. I mean, it's one of the ones that I use, and I'm surprised with it every day with what you can do with it. I don't think I did a review on it. I probably should have. Don't you think? I mean, I probably should have. The Sony Zv1. I mean, that's the Sony Zv1, and I mean, it is my little vlogging camera. Hold it out to here. There's a little adapter. It's like $40. Makes it wide angle. Pops on. It works like a champ. It shoots 4K. It has really good stabilization. It has a wind muff on the top. Supports wireless audio. Yeah. It's not bad. You can look at that. This is like $900, $850, something like that. It's well worth it to look at. I think my D3500 has continuous autofocus. Actually, I know it does. It's loud as heck. Maybe I can go with an M50 or the Zv1, as you said. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you're going to run around and vlog, this is really good because it has a built-in ND. So outside, it's really good. Now, it's a fixed lens. So it has a short zoom on it, so you can't add lenses. But this is as small and as lightweight as you get. And it's 4K. It has stabilization. I mean, it has a lot of cool features for video. For photo, it's okay. It's not fantastic, but it works. Yeah, I mean, something that's easy, and you didn't break the bank, and maybe you could take the other $1,000 and buy a small light, buy an Aputure 60X or a 60D right here. I mean, they work. That is my key light. There's nothing wrong with the 60. Where's the 60D down here? Nothing wrong with the 60D. I brighten that bad boy up too. Look at that. We got a little lightning storm back here. No thunder though. That's so weird. So I'll have to add some thunder. I mean, 60D does a fantastic job right here. And the 60D is what, $300 from Aputure? It can be run on batteries. It's got Sidus link control. They have their Amaran 100 and 200 out there. The 200D is daylight, and it is bright as a 300D Mark II. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of options, and light changes your videos like crazy. I mean, quite honestly, you could buy a 60D and a shower curtain for a few $100s, and you have a beautiful, soft image. The shower curtain, I mean, I've used one here. I've done a video on it. Where do I have it? I have it stashed somewhere. But I mean, you can hang a shower curtain, blast the light through it, and it'll be nice and soft. It looks amazing. What's your take on the Amarans? So I'm supposed to get them to review. I have not yet. I think they're all stuck in. Actually, when are they coming? Let me see about that. I have a lot of stuff that's coming. Some of it is easy to talk about. Some of it I can't talk about. I'll find out what that is. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, bring it up. There it is. Yeah, no, that's a whatever. Okay. So the 100D that they have is super cheap and affordable. From talking with friends that have them, what I can say that I know is that the construction of them is nowhere near as good as with their Pro line. So the 600D, the 300D Mark II, the 60D, the 60X, these are all considered their Pro line, and the Amaran line is their base model. The base model has no feature set. So you can adjust color, or if it's an X model, you can adjust the color temperature and the brightness, but that's about it. You can't, it's not working with your app or anything like that. And from what I know, I wouldn't gig with them, but for studio use, they're perfectly fine. The 200D does have a problem with the fan being very loud. It has a very specific hum that is very annoying. They're working to address that, as I understand it, that they actually have a software fix that might fix it. Never mind. Why do you always do that to me? What's your take? Never mind. But they are, I mean, they're good. They're the same quality of LED elements. It's just the cooling and the feature set. Seven says, that's the impression I got. They're good fill lights and best for video without sound. Yes. With the fix that they say is coming, I think that will change. Now, again, don't gig with them. So in your studio, your home studio, they're fantastic. Light use, they're fantastic, but you can't hang heavy soft boxes on them. They're just not, the yokes are not metal. They're not designed. They're basically a really cheap version of a light. Plasticky. The quality is there for the brightness. It's just yeah. So yeah, they're affordable. I like the 60D. The 60D impresses the heck out of me. I mean, this is a tiny, tiny little light, and then the 60X up here. Really tiny. Vincent says, here in India, the prices of Aputure are at least 30% to 40% higher than in the USA. Already have a Godox SL60W though. Yeah, I would tell you that the 60D will make the Godox look hilarious. And the reason I say that is that I have a friend who has the Godox and then bought a 60D and sold the Godox immediately. That it was such a night and day difference. That being said, you don't need to sell your Godox. You don't need to go get an Aputure if you don't have one already. Just because they're better, you can do fine with your Godox. There are limitations to everything. A 60D is not as bright as a 300D, so you don't need to sell your 60D just because you get a 300D. Use what you have. So, I mean, work on your lighting kit, build your lighting kit, work on some diffusion, work on some negative fill. So I have negative fill in here. You may not see it, but this right here is actually blocked with a, well, that freaks me out when I see the lightning go through there. There's just off here is some negative fill that's bringing shadow to my face. And this is not my normal lighting setup either. My normal lighting is a little nicer, I think, because I have the giant 6x6 silk there, and then I have some scrims, and yeah, I mean, it's kind of good. I said, never mind, because you mentioned them as I typed that, but then you moved on to the 200. Okay. Well, you know me, I don't look at the comments until after the fact. Like that song. Let's see here. Well, I've been going for 2 hours, and it's been pretty good. We still got lots of people watching. That's cool. We got them on both the Facebooks and the YouTubes. Let's see. I think it tells me. Yeah, I still have a couple on Facebook. It was a good song. It was not a good song. It was not a good song. But you asked for a song on the fly. I didn't realize you didn't mean on the fly. You got a song. There you go. It is kind of catchy, though. Singing falsetto. Yeah, no, I'll probably write that song now. It was a very simple song using the key of C because you can't go wrong when you use all the same keys. Let's see here. All right, who's got more questions? I want to kind of wrap this one up here, but I'm happy to answer some questions if you have them, because you know, I like to answer. Who is rocking the lightning effect in the back? This guy right here. I can do lightning everywhere. I gotta stop sitting on my. There we go. Let's see. What else needs lightning? Oh, you know what else needs lightning? My 60D. It needs some lightning. Oh, we got lightning everywhere. This is going to get really weird here in a minute because all the lightning is going to be in different locations. Ooh, got lightning behind me. Maybe the power goes out in the back. Ooh. And I actually have all these set up. I literally have some called red alert, which turns them all to like a pulsing red. And I have lightning storm, power outage, all that stuff. I have it all programmed. The problem is my main key is over there and it's blocked by the Nova panel, which is not in the program. Kill that one. Ooh, Nova gets some lightning. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. Plant is on, desk chairs on, desk lamp, side table. Turn all those off. The chair plant, and then we turn off the Edison bulbs. There we go. And now I tell a story, a scary story, a story of love and harmony. Let's, before I kill myself here, let's go to the Nova. Let's go in here. Let's change this to candle. Right there. Play. Turn that intensity down. There we go. So now we have a candle in the background. You know what else is a candle? That desk lamp right there. We're going to make that desk lamp a candle. Why? Because it makes sense to me. So let's go to effect. God, I love these lights. You have no idea how much I love these lights. Do I need to turn it on? I do need to turn it on, don't I? The desk lamp on. Is it candling? It's not candling, is it? It's not, because it didn't take the setting because it wasn't turned on. There we go. Nice little candle back there. You know, I think I need a candle back there in the back too. Let's just go do that. Side table. Okay, we'll turn that on and we'll make it a candle. This is a candlelight story from Scott. It's with love too. And one more. We're going to do one more. And then I'm going to turn off this lightning because it's really affecting me. Let's turn off that one. Nope, not that one. Wrong one. 60D. 60X can go off of lightning, please. And go back to white. Wow, is that yellow? Why is it yellow? That's weird. There we go. Now I can just turn that off. All right. So we were talking about all kinds of stuff. It's sweet how they're all in sync. Yeah, yeah. And they can actually be put in sync or even put in a sequence. But the candles are not in sync. Let's do the chair lamp. Turn it on. It's blue. We don't need blue. We need it to be a candle. There we go. Now we're just here kind of enjoying. You know what? It's hot in here, though. All these candle flames. Whew. There you go. Let's see here. Seven Wall says, oh, which reminds me, bought a Chauvet Dmx4 and plugged in my Quasar T5s into them, and I get nothing. Did I waste my money on the DMX? The Dmx4, is the Dmx4 dimmable, or is it a, is that dimmable, or is that just on off? The answer is no, you didn't, because the T5s will dim with a dimmer if you have a dimmer. Yeah, you need to figure out if the DMX is just not working or if that's not a dimmer. Vincent says, awesome. Aputure did a great job with the mesh communication system. All lights can be controlled just with the phone seamlessly. Yep. I do loves it. I do loves it a lot. Is this, oh my God, looks like a serial killer movie effect. It's true. I think so. It's very spooky. Yes. I like it a lot, though. It's a dimmer switch pack. It should absolutely work. I have not used it with that, but I have used that DMX. I've owned probably 16 of those over the years. And I see absolutely no reason that it would not work. Ooh, boy, I saw him step on that HDMI cable. My horse just walked away. Yeah, it should work. It should work. Can you get anything? Can you plug in a regular tungsten bulb into it and see what you get? Because there's absolutely no reason in my mind that the Dmx4 should not work. Zero reason. I'm going to go more natural color with the candle. There we go. I like that color better. It's more, you know what, let's do, instead of, there we go. We got a nice little fire off to the side. I need some sound effects. Sound effects would go great right here. Any other questions? Anybody got more questions? I mean, I'm happy to answer. Happy to do, I mean, I could demo the Aputure lights. I could demo all kinds of stuff. Your wish is my command here in Candlelight. Oh, gosh, I only wish I had power. Oh no. Yeah, I wonder what it would look like if I did. Let's see here. Seven Wall says, I couldn't find any history of the combo. Assuming I need a controller to program the switch. Oh, you definitely need a controller. So if you don't have it, yeah, you definitely need a controller. DMX, it has programs in there. Then if it does, then you should need to program it to use those internal. So you would need to set it as a master. So if I remember correctly, it has like a 4-digit LED readout on the front, and you set it to MAST. And then at that point, I'm trying to think if the DMX4 was sound activated or not. I thought it just had chase patterns, but yeah, I mean, if you want to dim, you have to have a controller. However, there are a ton of cheap DMX controllers on Amazon. Use Scott's affiliate links for and you don't have to you just click on any one of my affiliate links and then just buy whatever you want from there. Also, there is a there's a DMX. Well, that's the Lightorama. Okay, this one. Of course I have them. This is the This is a computer-based DMX, which is hard to see in the candlelight. I bought this on Amazon. I think it was like $47, but you can plug it in and to your computer and get DMX out of it. This is the Lightorama. This one, well, this one is probably less useful. This one is perfect. Back in the old days, let me tell you a story. Back when everybody else didn't do it, Scott had one of those massive Christmas light displays in his house where all the Christmas tree lights danced and everything like that. Well, I had that way back like 20 years ago, and that was Lightorama is what you use for getting DMX control of lights, which I used to power about 24 strobe lights for my Christmas display, because nothing says Christmas like strobe lights. Gerald says, looks like Thursday I'm getting my hands on the Suri 50mm anamorphic to play with. Looking forward to that. Never shot with something like that before. Yeah, where are you getting all the hookups for, brother? You're getting a lot of hookups lately. I like that. You're doing really well out there. I like that. I have not gotten to play with that, although several friends of mine have, and they do like it. Good stuff. Let's see here. Have his chase. When I buy it, I promise I'll use your link. Scott Griswold. Yes, indeed. Indeed. That is literally, when I saw that movie, I had to laugh. When everyone saw that movie, they had to laugh. It was a funny movie. Yeah. Are we tired of the, I think we're kind of tired of the lighting gag now. Let's go to Quick Shots, Studio Pretty, which is fine, except for that light over there is not right because it's completely unnecessary. And that is all off in color. We will change that effect. We'll go to white, switch it up to 5600. And we'll just increase the intensity. And then there we go. And then we come over here to our Edison bulbs and our desk. And then boom. There we are. We're back. Everything's like, I love Aputure lights. Can you tell? I mean, let me save this real quick, because this way, let's see here, save to Quick Shots. This is, rename this to Temp Studio Pretty. Okay, and let's see what we got here. We've got Studio Night. So we've got now the moon glow coming out of there. We got Studio Red Alert. We've got the storm is outside, but we still have power. Hopefully the lightning will arrive. Do I think, there's the lightning. Do I think Aputure is planning a tube light? I cannot comment. Oh, power just went out. Oh no, what will we do? Light a candle. And apparently the top lights, which are not Aputures, by the way. But as soon as they can tie in with HomeLink, they will be. Uh-oh. The power came back on, but oh no, everything's faulty. Oh no. It's too much fun with light. And we're back to Studio Pretty. I mean, that it is truly cool to have that much control over your lighting in your hands. Plus the where are my lights? The MCs. I mean, with all those light bulbs and like the B7Cs and the MCs, and you can create chase patterns and you can animate them. You can do all kinds. It's pretty amazing. Speaking of tube lights, those new ones by Godox look really interesting. Yeah. Yeah, they do look interesting. I I've been interested in the nanolights. I think they are. They're pretty interesting. And very affordable. There's still a discount for the gosh, what was the last one I demoed? Oh, come on. The DS1 lights. Let's see. The digital Sputnik. Duh. DS. So the digital Sputnik tube lights. I think there's still a discount code on the Red Komodo users group that you could get for those. Those are battery operated. They're not quite as bright, but they're pretty robust. I have the small ones and love them, says 7. $100 fits a great price in my opinion. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of technology in an LED light, tube light, honestly. I mean, the Chinese like LED strips, just like the strip lights with the 50/50 SMD LEDs in there in daylight, they're pretty nice. Like the CRI is really high, and you can get a roll of that for $18, which is the same thing that ends up being in a tube light. So RGB, same thing. They're not that expensive. So I don't think there's a whole lot of technology involved in these RGB lights. So it's interesting to see them. The Godox ones. We'll have to sync up later, Gerald, and see and chit chat about stuff here. Would love to have some of those 4-foot digital Sputniks, but a bit out of my price range. They are pricey, but with that Red Komodo users discount, they're actually pretty affordable. But they do start at a premium, so I mean it's reasonable and fair. What I like most about, and I don't know, so I can't really say negatively about anybody else. I like that the digital Sputniks are pixelated, and by pixelated it means you have 21 pixels in each tube, so you can create video on these tubes. You can program each pixel to animate. It's wild. I had a blast doing the demo of them with the car driving by, and I just had the tubes lined up, and I had the pixels go all the way down. It was cool. The rainbow, I had the rainbow 4-footers from Quasar. I don't have those anymore. Since I have the digital Sputniks, I didn't need the Quasars. I have 2 of the 4-foot crossfades, 2 of the 2-foot crossfades. I have 2 of the 1-foot battery operated ones from Quasar, and I probably have 15, maybe 16, because I wouldn't have bought an odd number of the T5 4-footers. And those get used a lot. I mean, it's like free light. you plug in a couple of cheap tubes and plug them into power and stick them over. There's more light. Have some more light. Enjoy. Yeah. Well, I think unless anybody has, I'm gonna put a 5-minute timer on it. 5-minute timer, folks. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Feel free to throw them in. 5-minute lightning round here. We got we've been going for 2 hours and 23 minutes and 33 seconds. So we'll put 5 more minutes on that, and then we're going to end it. That's what we're going to do. Who's got questions? Who's got some questions about anything? I do love the fact that Sony went to these bigger batteries, by the way. Whew. Off to edit, says Gerald. Bye, Gerald. Have a good one. What else is there? I look around here and I see all these props that I bought for short films that I never shot because of imposter syndrome. I just looked over there and I have a piñata. It was going to be a funny gag. Never did it. Never did it. But I have a piñata. How many people have piñatas in their studio? Not that many people. I have, there's all kinds of stuff. All right, he's got questions. Come on. Really, I said I had like 5 minutes and then more people joined. So if you got questions, throw them in real fast. I'll give you your answers as best I can. Throw out your questions, folks. Throw them out there. Literally throw the questions. I will dodge and miss them as they come flying by because I'm that fast. I am that fast. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not that fast. Everyone, when you leave, give a thumbs up. Show the love. Show the fun. You got to set something up out of your area so that way when you travel, you have no choice but to go through with it. Ooh, that's a commitment. God, do you know how much I'd stress? You know, it kills me. Like I get all these commercial jobs and I do all this stuff on set, and every single time I feel like the night before, like I'm going to completely fail. I'm going to botch it. No one's ever going to work with me again. Blah 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 blah. When I'm done with it, they love it. They think it's great. They hire me again. So it's not like they're just saying things. I do a good job, but God, it scares me to death. Unless you can convince actors to come to you. I can convince any actor to come out here at the right amount of money. It's amazing how much money can make an actor do things. It's true. And I'm not trying to cheap out on actors, but if I had some, like, I don't know, younger adults who were looking to break into acting and we could just have some fun together, that'd be cool. About audio, that's the least thing which we had a discussion today. Any mic for a vlog? Yeah, I kind of like, I mean, I use, these are Sennheiser G3s. They now have the G4 wireless. These are a bit overkill. These are more production side. Those Rode wireless Goes, I believe they're called, they are pretty good. And you can actually put in a lav mic to them and they're a little wireless pack, but they also work just by clipping them on your thing. The new one is the double pack. So you get two wireless and that goes to a single receiver that goes in your camera. So you can walk and talk with two people, both having, those are really good. They're like $200 for the single and $300 for the double. So the Rode Wireless Go, I'm not sponsored by Wireless or by Rode, but hey, Rode, if you'd like to send me a set to review. Now, I've heard a lot of good things about them. Those are really good. So, I mean, that would be good. Audio is good to spend some money on. And then you can, you just plug that right into your camera. And it works on the Zv1. Works really well. Also, the Rode Video, where is it? The Rode Video Micro, it was right here. I must have put it away, which is so weird for me. The Rode Video Micro is a tiny little shotgun mic that goes on top of a camera. It has no batteries or anything. It plugs into the microphone jack. It is really good when it's pointed at you. And it points away, it's not as good because it's a directional mic, but it's like $59. So you can buy that. Also, was it Synchrony Wireless? Or Synchrony microphones. It's the sister company to Aputure that makes some really nice microphones. I've never tested them myself, but I have played with them in NAB and they're very nice. So yeah, there you go. Let's see, it's 2:28. So I said that was it. I said that's the end. So yeah, as always, if you stuck with me to this far, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we're going to be doing these more regular. And I definitely feel a lot better now after doing this for 2.5 hours because I was literally sweating before I went live, just in case. You just never know. Also, if you have any questions, put them down below. I'll try to read, respond. Support me in any way you can if you want to. PayPal, Patreon, affiliate links. Join the membership down on the YouTube down below. There's a tip jar, I think, down there as well. You can support me just a little bit. Goes a long way. It really helps. I appreciate it. Remember to subscribe. Click the alert bell and turn it to all notifications because when I go live, it's the only way you're going to find out. And yeah, as always, as I like to leave it, don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions. Been a lot of fun. Seven, good to see you. I just got 20 seconds that I have to sit here. Because if I don't end it with 20 seconds, then I can't put the like, ooh, watch this video, and ooh, watch this video. Remember that video we were talking about, the with the Georgia Guidestones? It's probably appearing right down. Oh, it's going to appear right down here, I think. So yeah, I mean, check these out. Check this out. Remember to subscribe right here in the middle. And yeah, y'all have a fantastic and wonderful day. See you next time.